Welcome to the standing yoga practice for the mindfulness-based stress reduction program. This yoga practice offers you an opportunity to be present to the body and sensations in the body while in gentle movement. It is an opportunity to live in the body, awake to the sensations, to feelings, to emotions, and to thoughts in the mind as they arise. During this practice, the invitation is to approach the different postures with gentleness, with kindness, and in a non-judging way. Meeting your limits, but not forcing or straining in any way. Remembering you are working with the body as it is in this moment, not as it may have been at some other time, and respecting where you are right now. Practice and follow along with this guidance as best you can, while also listening to your own wisdom about what is right for your body just now. If a posture is not right for you, please allow yourself to modify the pose in whatever way is. Noticing during this sequence how the mind may respond, perhaps judging or comparing, and letting go of any expectations, not striving to achieve anything in particular, remembering this is not a competition. What we are practicing is being present to the body, to sensations in the body. And as we transition and enter into each pose, moving, stretching, reaching, as feels right for your body. Being with it all just as it is, offering as much care as possible throughout. Exploring your limits as they are right now and meeting this boundary of what is right for you with open acceptance. And now we begin. So the first pose that we're going to do is the mountain pose. It's a pose that invites stability and rootedness and strength. So beginning with becoming aware of the 2 feet firmly on the ground, bringing your attention down into the soles of the feet and exploring whatever sensations are here in the soles of the feet. You may like to just lift the toes gently off the floor and just bringing them back down, feeling the sensations of connecting once again with the floor. So getting a sense of the whole of the sole of each foot placed on the floor, being supported by the ground. And you may like to just explore a little bit by moving. So bringing the body slightly forward and just feeling how this impacts on the weight of the body on the soles of the feet. Coming back to center and just maybe going back a little bit, just allowing the body go back a little bit, perhaps even feeling less pressure on the toes, the contact of the toes on the floor. And just gently moving from side to side, feeling the gentle shift of weight as you maybe go to the right side first, coming back through center and over to the left side. Noticing the subtle shift of weight, the changes in sensations as you move very gently from right to left, and then coming back to center. So once again, feeling the soles of the feet firmly on the ground, allowing yourself to be supported. And now bringing your attention to the ankles just above the feet. and traveling on up to the knees, allowing the knees to be over the ankles. So you're standing in a straight line. And noticing how the knees are. If you're holding them quite tightly, maybe softening a little, just a very slight little bend. So you're not putting too much pressure on the knees. And then traveling up to the hips, the pelvic region. And just noticing the position of the hips and the pelvic area. So you may like to just very gently tilt the base of the spine towards the floor. If you like, even putting your hands on your hips and just seeing how a very small little movement here can make a very big difference. So allowing now the hips to be over the knees with the tailbone towards the floor, and bringing attention now right up the torso, lengthening the spine, being aware of the rib cage in the front and the back, bringing attention into the shoulders, allowing the shoulder blades to almost drop down as if they're dropping down into the back, and maybe noticing how the shoulders open with this small little movement. Allowing the arms and hands to fall gently by your sides. Becoming aware of the neck and the head balancing on the neck. Allowing ease to be in the face. The body to be in a relaxed state while paying attention, while being alert. So standing in this mountain, connecting with the earth underneath, the head up towards the sky, feeling the body lengthening, and at the same time in a relaxed state. So now from this mountain pose, we're going to move into a stretching pose. So breathing in, and as you do this, turning the palms of the hands out to the sides and bringing the arms up into the air with the palms facing up towards the ceiling. And bringing the arms up to whatever height feels right for you just now. And gently stretching up, keeping the soles of the feet firmly on the ground, but lengthening and stretching the body up towards the ceiling. And at the same time being aware of the in-breath and the out-breath. And now on the next out-breath, turning the palms out to the sides and very gently bringing the arms back down through the air, allowing them to float down, slowly being present to sensations and bringing them right down by your sides. And just releasing any effort that may have been in the arms while you were doing this movement. And we're going to do this again. So breathing in, turning the palms of the hands outwards, bringing the arms up through the air slowly and gently. And just reaching up, feet firmly on the ground, body lengthening, breathing, stretching. And on an out breath, turning the palms of the hands out towards the sides and bringing the arms back down very slowly, aware of sensations, really living in the movement. And once again, being aware of the arms down by your sides and releasing any tension that may be present after that movement. And now this time, we're going to bring the left arm out. So very slowly bringing the left arm out to the side, reaching up to whatever height is right for you, and just stretching a little as if you're reaching for something that's just out of reach. So feeling this stretch on the left side of the body, and if you like, you can lift the right heel off the ground just to really help you achieve this stretch in a very meaningful way. So feeling it in the body, noticing where the sensations are most strong for you just now. Breathing. And now on an out breath, bringing the right heel back down to the ground and the arm down by your side very slowly, feeling into the arm as you do this movement. And all the way down by your side. So just being aware of how the left side of the body feels now having done this movement. You may like to even check in with the right arm, just noticing if there's any difference in feelings between the left arm and the right arm just now. And now, breathing in and bringing the right arm out to the side, very gently, up over your head to whatever height is right for you, and just reaching up, reaching for something that's just out of reach. And if you like, lifting the left heel off the ground and feeling this stretch right along the right side of the body. Just holding and breathing, being aware of the sensations in the body, perhaps even being aware of thoughts or emotions that may be present. Breathing with it all, stretching and breathing. And now on the next out breath, just very slowly bringing the left heel back down to the floor, the right arm coming down slowly, feeling the movement, being present to the body, all the way down until you can feel the arm by your side again. So just checking into the body now as a whole and noticing your pose, your mountain pose, maybe adjusting if you feel you need to in any way. Being aware of the feet on the ground, the knees not tight but soft, the hips, the torso, right up to the shoulders, the neck and head. The body as a whole in this mountain pose. And now moving into another pose. So breathing in, and as you breathe in, bringing the arms, both arms back out to the sides and up over the head to whatever feels comfortable for you. If it's possible, bringing them right up with the fingers, the tips of the fingers facing up towards the ceiling. And what we're going to do now is a side bend. So just bringing the left hand onto the right wrist and just bending over towards the left side. So allowing the right hip to go out to the side and just bending over, creating a curve and stretching out the right side of the body. And holding this for whatever length of time feels right for you, breathing, stretching, feeling right into this stretch. And then coming back up again and changing over now, this time the right hand holding the left wrist and allowing the left hip to go out to the side and bending over, creating a curve again, stretching out the left side of the body. Feeling into this stretch and breathing. And now in your own time, coming out of this, coming back up again, releasing the right hand, stretching up with both hands, the fingertips up towards the ceiling, breathing, and on an out breath, bringing both arms back down again, floating down through the air, slowly and mindfully, present to sensations. And bringing the arms down by your sides. So now what we're going to do are some shoulder rolls. So bringing the shoulders up towards the ears, back as if the shoulder blades could meet. Bring them down and then forward to the front. So up to the ears, to the back, if the shoulder blades could come together, down and to the front. So just continuing this, lifting, bringing back, allowing the shoulders to come down and then forward. And if you like, you can even do one shoulder at a time. So going forward and up, back and down. Forward and up, back and down. And then reversing the direction, going back and up, forward and down. Really noticing how this feels in the shoulders and also breathing with this. So back and up, forward and down. And just continuing this, noticing maybe how the movement is loosening up a little bit more, or maybe not. You may be aware of strong sensations in the shoulders, maybe subtle sensations. Or just being present to it all as it is. And then just coming back to standing still, being aware again of the mountain pose. And now we're going to do some neck rolls, some gentle movement with the neck. And beginning this by turning the head towards the right shoulder, just to whatever degree is right for you, not overextending, being really careful of the neck. And just holding this, breathing, bringing the head back to center, and now moving over towards the left shoulder. Just feeling it in the neck, maybe noticing that one side is perhaps looser than the other or tighter than the other. And just continuing this movement, so gently coming back to center, moving again towards the right shoulder, back to center, and to the left shoulder. And just repeating this, being aware of how the movement feels and noticing if there's any changes in sensations, any changes in movement. And now coming back to center. Breathing in and breathing out, being aware of the body again in this standing pose. And now very gently allowing the chin to move towards the chest. So just bending the head down, maybe feeling the stretch, a small stretch in the back of the neck, maybe into the shoulders. So again, doing this stretch to what feels right for you, not overextending, but working at your limits. And now bringing the head back up and just very gently bringing the head back just a very small amount. And if you like, you can even put the palm of your hand at the back of your neck just to give yourself support, and just raising the eyes towards the ceiling. And once again, now bringing the chin down towards the chest, feeling that stretch at the back of the neck. Just holding this, breathing, and then lifting up. Bringing the head back very slightly, only a little, and raising the eyes up towards the ceiling. And now bringing the head back to center. And now this time we're going to work on the sides of the neck. So very gently again, bringing the right ear towards the right shoulder to whatever extent is right for you. It may be a very small little movement, and that's perfectly fine. So just feeling that stretch in the left side of the neck, coming back up to center, and now bringing the left ear down towards the left shoulder. So feeling the stretch in the right side of the neck. Feeling into it, breathing, holding, and then bringing the head back up and repeating this. So bringing the right ear towards the right shoulder, Feeling the stretch. Coming back up to center. The left ear towards the left shoulder. Breathing. Feeling into it. And now coming back up to center. So the head now is balanced on the neck and shoulders, the body back in the mountain pose. Aware of the breath in the body just now. And we're going to move now into a balancing pose. So bringing the weight of the body over onto the right foot and the right leg. And just maybe firming the leg a little, the muscles of the leg. And bringing the arms out to the side. And what we're going to do now is lift the left leg out to the side. Now you have a choice here. If you like, you can actually keep the big toe of the left foot on the ground, if that's comfortable for you. If you like, you can move towards a wall or a chair for extra support. So again, this is really a pose that invites you to take care of yourself, to really see what's right for your body at the moment, reminding you that there's no competition here. What we're really doing is working with the body as it is and taking care of the body. So with the arms out, the weight on the right foot and the right leg, lifting out the left leg to whatever height is right for you. And this is a balancing pose, and that means there's movement in it. So you may notice that you're moving in one way, that you're even may possibly faltering a little bit, maybe feeling unsteady. And it may be helpful for you to hold your gaze on something ahead of you. Something that can hold your concentration. Breathing, being open to the movement. Coming down when is right for you. And if you haven't already, just very gently now bringing the left leg down and the arms by your side. So just checking into the body and feeling into the left side, maybe noticing how it is. Feeling into the right side, noticing this too. And now we're changing. This time we're going to bring the weight over to the left leg. So feeling the sole of the left foot firmly into the ground. The left leg, and if you like, firming the muscles to support. Allowing your gaze to be held by something that's ahead of you that can support you, or even something on the ground ahead of you, whatever feels right. Once again, remembering that you can use a wall or a chair, whatever you need to support you. So with the arms out to the sides, now lifting the right leg out to whatever height is right for you. And once again, if you choose, you can keep the big toe of the right foot on the floor, or lifting the leg up and holding, balancing. Remembering that balancing means movement. And noticing if you're holding tension in any part of the body that you don't need to be holding attention. You might even like to smile while you're doing this and see how that feels. Bringing the right leg down when the time is right for you. Breathing, balancing. And if you haven't come out of it already, very slowly, bringing the right leg, right foot down to the ground, the arms down by your sides. And just checking in, how is the body feeling now after that movement, that balancing movement. And now we're going to move into a twist. So once again, establishing the mountain pose, feet firmly on the ground, knees soft, hips balanced above the knees, tailbone towards the floor, the spine lengthening up, the neck extending into the head, balancing the head. And now placing the hands on the hips or the waist area. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a twist with the upper body. So the upper torso is going to turn towards the right while you keep the feet firmly on the ground, the knees facing forward and the hips facing forward. So from the waist up, turning around, looking over the right shoulder. And as you do this, maybe tracking with your eyes, so extending the twist with the eyes. And once again, doing this to whatever feels comfortable for your body. Breathing, coming back to center, and turning now to look over the left shoulder. So keeping the hips facing forward, looking over the left shoulder, and once again tracking with the eyes. Breathing, coming back to center, and looking over the left side, tracking once again with the eyes. Being aware of where you're feeling this in the body. And coming back to center once again. And now we're going to increase the twist. So what we're going to do is, with the feet firmly on the ground, from the ankles up, we're going to turn the body. So first of all, turning to the right side. So noticing the knees, the hips, the ankles facilitating this, twisting right around and looking over the right shoulder and tracking with the eyes. And maybe getting a sense of how much you can twist in this position when the knees and the hips and this part of the body are moving. The extent of this twist. Breathing. Slowly coming back to center. And now twisting to the other side. So the ankles, knees, hips, turning around to the right side, looking over the right shoulder and tracking once again with the eyes. Feeling this twist in the body. Breathing and coming back to center. And now allowing the arms come back down by your sides. Coming back again into the mountain pose. Feeling the connection with the floor. Feeling the body in this upright position. And aware of the breath. We're going to now do a forward bend. So this is a posture that if you have high blood pressure, it's one that's best avoided. So really just doing this posture now in whatever way is right for you. If, for example, with doing this forward bend, if you feel you'd like the support of a chair, you could have a chair in front of you so you could put your hands there. It may be that your hands will go down to the floor, but it's finding the place that's right for you. Whatever way, whatever position is right for you. So just follow the guidance, but checking in with your own wisdom of what's right for your body just now. So with the feet firmly on the floor, we're going to move from the waist up and bending forward. So feeling the upper part of the body, the torso going forward, allowing the arms to come down towards the floor just gently, coming down to whatever position is right for you. And if you like, you can even use the legs to actually put the hands on the legs and move down the legs as a support. So what you'll be noticing in this position, you'll be feeling a stretch possibly at the back of the legs and also in the back, and allowing the head just to be at ease. So feeling that stretch, allowing the body, if you can, soften into it. Breathing in, and maybe on the out breath, just allowing the muscles to soften a little, to ease a little. If it's comfortable for you in this position, you can raise your left arm up so that it's parallel to the floor. And just feeling that effort in the body as you do this. And gently bringing the left arm down. And now the right arm. So if you like, raising the right arm so that it's parallel to the floor. Breathing and bringing the right arm down. And now we're going to come up out of this pose very, very gently. So again, if you like, you can use your legs, putting your hands on your legs and little by little bringing them up, the knees, the thighs, and at the same time bringing the torso up and coming back to a standing pose. Little by little, being very careful very aware of the body. And once again now establishing the mountain pose, feeling into it. And now we're going to move into what we call the chair pose. So just keeping your feet about hip distance apart and bringing your arms out, and the palms can be facing each other, out straight in front of you. And just very slowly bringing the hips down as if you're going to sit into a chair. So bringing the hips down to whatever position is comfortable for you. Just making sure that they're not below the knees. And just holding this pose. This is quite a strong pose, so really being careful and gentle with yourself. Breathing, holding. If you feel you want to go down a little bit further, do. If you feel you need to come out of it, to do this. Holding, breathing, and now very gently coming out of it. So being very careful as you raise the hips up, straightening up the body, and now coming back to mountain pose. Now you may feel like you'd like to shake out the body a little bit, maybe shaking out the legs and the hands and the arms after doing this pose. It's quite a strong pose. And now we're going to move into another balancing pose. And this time we're going to do what we call the tree pose. So what we're going to do is once again establish ourselves very firmly on the ground, feeling the feet connecting with the ground, feeling the body in a stable, strong posture. And now lifting the sole of the right foot and placing it on the inside of the left leg. Now this can be down at the ankle. You can even have the toes resting on the ground. It can be along the calf muscle or the inside of the thigh. So it's whatever is comfortable for you. So the right knee is facing out to the side and the sole of the right foot is on the inside of the left leg. So establishing yourself, you may find it useful to firm the muscles in the left leg to create a more stable sense in the body. And now bringing the palms of the hands in front of the heart with the fingers gently touching each other and just raising the arms up overhead, allowing the head to be between the arms and holding this position. This is a very strong posture. The tree, feeling the rootedness if you can, and the sole of the left foot into the ground, the lengthening of the body, the fingers up towards the ceiling, breathing. Being aware of the movement in the body as you balance, maybe being aware of thoughts that are arising, maybe emotions. And coming out of this whenever is right for you. And now if you haven't already come out of it, gently bringing the right leg and the right foot down to the floor. Bringing the arms back down in front of the chest, the hands, and then the arms down by your sides. And just checking in with how the body's feeling now after this posture. And now we're going to bring the weight into the right leg and foot, feeling the leg firmly on the ground, and if you want, firming the muscles in the right leg. And this time lifting the sole of the left foot and placing it on the inside of the right leg. So again, it could be at the ankle, it could be at the calf muscle, could be the inside of the thigh. So again, it's whatever feels right for your body. The left knee is facing outwards. And the right leg is really the stability, the strong limb in this tree. So now bringing the palms of the hands together in front of the chest with the fingers gently touching each other. and raising the arms up over the head, allowing the head to be between the arms, and stretching up and holding, balancing, maybe being aware of movement in the body, being aware of thoughts. Breathing and holding and coming out of it whenever is right for you. And if you haven't already come out of the pose, just bringing the left foot down to the floor, bringing the arms back down, hands in front of the chest, and then down by your sides. And just maybe shaking out a little, just moving the body if you feel you need to do this. There's quite a lot of effort in that pose, so just now tuning into what the body needs to release this, if there's any effort that needs to be released. And now we're going to come down to sitting posture on the floor. So very gently moving from standing to sitting. And really doing this with great attention. This in itself is part of the practice, this moving. So coming down to the floor, in whatever way is right for you. And if you feel you need the support of a cushion under your hips, doing that. So again, it's checking in, what does the body need for my comfort just now? So what we're going to do now is bring the soles of the feet together as close to the groins as possible, and just clasping the hands, the fingers, intertwining the fingers and just holding the feet and allowing the legs, the knees and the legs to just go out to the sides. And you'll notice that the natural weight of the legs will just bring the legs down and out and stretch a little bit, so you don't need to put any other effort into it. So just allowing the knees to fall naturally out to the side, holding the feet, sitting up straight, holding the spine straight, the neck and head in neutral position. So just holding this and feeling the effort in the thighs, the hips, and now just coming out of it. So what we're going to do now is just extend the right leg out and bring the sole of the left foot on the inside of the thigh to whatever place is comfortable for you. And now bringing the arms up into the air and just turning the torso slightly towards the right leg and just coming down over the right leg to whatever position is right for you, whatever stretch is right for you. Bringing your hands down towards the leg. It may be at the knee, it may be the lower leg, maybe at the ankle, maybe even holding the foot, but not forcing in any way, just stretching, feeling the stretch in the back, maybe feeling the stretch in the leg, the right leg, breathing. And now very slowly coming out of it. And now bringing the left leg out straight and the sole of the right foot in against the inner thigh of the left leg. So just stretching out. Bringing the arms up into the air and just slightly turning the torso towards the left leg and then coming down over the leg, bending over the leg, allowing the hands to fall wherever is right. Not overstretching, breathing, being aware of how this feels in the body, where you're noticing this in the body, where the sensations are most strong for you, most vivid for you. Breathing. And now coming out of this, bringing the arms back up into the air and down by your sides. And now coming into the lying posture, into the corpse pose. So lying down on your mat, And just allowing the body to be held by the floor. Tuning in and being aware of how the body is feeling after these yoga movements. And just seeing if you can allow yourself to completely let go into the floor. And as you lie here, doing a little body scan, checking in with the body. So beginning by bringing awareness to the feet. The feet that have been standing and holding so much during that standing yoga movement. The soles of the feet, the ankles, they were taking a lot of the pressure and doing a lot of work. So just tuning into how the soles of the feet, the tops of the feet, the ankles, how they're feeling right now. Becoming aware of the lower legs, the calf muscles at the back, shin bones at the front, coming up to the knees, the kneecaps, the backs of the knees, aware of the thighs, right up to the hips, aware of the lower back, maybe feeling the contact with the floor right now, the front of the hips, the abdomen area, moving up to the chest, the rib cage, moving to the back, the middle back, traveling up, all the way up to the shoulders, the back of the neck, the back of the head, the top of the head, the face, the front of the neck, the shoulders and arms, right down to the hands and fingers and thumbs. So just being aware of the body as a whole, from the top of the head right down to the soles of the feet, the front of the body, the back of the body, the sides of the body. And just taking a moment now to appreciate yourself for having given this time to taking care of yourself, to offering yourself something that is nourishing for you, that is good for you. And offering a sense of gratitude to this body for all the movement, regardless of any restrictions we may have, but all the movement that we're able to make, all the experiences we can have because of this body and how it can move. So just resting in this full awareness, this breathing body,